probably looking a little comfy in his seat there, Jordan.
How
is it? How is it in the hot seat?
It's I feel famous.
Do you?
Yeah. What's going on here? Just giving you a poke. What are you doing?
Just cleaning my clubs
What with?
with this, with
What is that?
this. Oh, sorry, finish now. Number one scrubber in golf, Dan. Say what you want about us, we don't shamelessly plug things on this show, do we?
No, definitely not.
Do we? No. Right.
I've made you tea this morning.
Yeah, and the tide is definitely in.
Well,
but people don't
know,
really drink
it's
anything.
funny because when you
I can't get any more than that.
by the time we get to the end of the spilling it everywhere.
I know.
By the time you get to the end of the Sunday show, you're generally fiddling around because you've run out of.
Yeah, but
drink.
You've seen my short game, and I've got like yippy hands. And trying to even hold this without spilling it is quite an achievement, I think.
You be careful with them trousers.
Okay.
Okay. They're on point, aren't they?
They're a little bit tight, actually.
Are they?
Yeah, lockdown has been a little bit. Bit of lockdown weight I put on.
Have
you?
you?
Only a little bit. Yeah.
Bit of holiday weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, are you gonna
Anyway.
Are you gonna say like good morning or no?
Well, I was just wanting to have a little chat first about Jordan's dancing.
Yeah. Yeah. Different. He's not. He's not really in Sophie's sort of.
No, not
sort
nowhere
of
near the
ability, the flossing, because that was another level. Whereas she was probably like championship level, not quite Premier League level, because that was, I'd say, professional dance Premier League. And Jordan was like the Vanarama Conference South, whatever it's called. So not quite even into non-league, like not the top tier of non-league, another tier, but I'd say, wouldn't you?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know.
No,
I don't know much about the football world.
Oh no,
he's spilling again.
It's so hot.
But I thought we'd have to train him in camera use, a bit of editing, but now dancing.
Well, not really. If he's going to work for you and be hanging around with us quite a lot, which is part of the job description, then
it is in the bottom of the job description.
You've got to be, you've got to muck in, and you've got to, you've got to have no embarrassment level, have you?
Well, he clearly doesn't.
He was quite keen to do it though. I thought we'd have to persuade him a little
I
more.
said to him, "Do you fancy doing it?" He's like, "Yes." I didn't even finish the sentence.
Before you'd even finish the sentence, he was down there dancing, wasn't he? And he was limbering up.
Yeah, stretching.
Oh.
Stretching in the shop.
I think he's going to fit in well, don't you?
Perfectly well.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday morning show. Good morning, Leicester. Where do these weeks go?
I honestly don't know.
I feel like it was only yesterday we were filming another Sunday morning show. Which
was.
we probably were.
That joke. Spoiler alert.
Cut that out.
That's gone.
Cut that. Yeah, that's gone.
But,
well, what a week we've had.
Yeah, brilliant. So we went Monday, we popped down.
We've been on touring.
We have. Monday we popped down to Perranporth. And
beautiful.
Played a slightly different format down there, so not your usual football bettable match. We had to say who was on it.
Yeah, why not? So let's just let it out on a Sunday morning show
it's
from
like a
now
spoiler
on.
alert, isn't it?
I know, but let's give them something to think about.
Maybe we should, when you come onto the channel before we do the show, you should probably say, if you don't want to know what happens this week, please do not look away now. Like they do with the football results and stuff before matches today.
Still spilling.
I know, it's too hot.
Just drink it.
I can't. It's like scouldering.
Sorry. It's
so
boiling water.
Anyway, back to what we're actually meant to be doing, which is telling people what happened. So we're down at lovely Perranporth, which again in Cornwall. We're making that a regular sort of visit.
We're on a Cornish tour.
It wasn't quite as far down as Cape Cornwall, so we went there and we played a little Texas Scramble, didn't we? Two-man scramble. Me and you played as a team, and Wilbur played with Chris Gill. So Chris is the head pro at Newquay.
Yes.
Was a very good player, still is a very good player.
Very good player,
past winner on the Euro Pro Tour.
Yeah.
Played on the Asian tours. Played
European
Tour as
PJ
well.
Cup.
Yeah.
He's played a lot.
He's So Chris joined us. He's been on the channel before as well, hasn't he? You've done a few
we did a
videos
bit
with
down
him.
with him, down at Newquay with him actually,
Yeah,
with
so-
Big Oggy.
And there was some very good golf played on the quest for a 59.
Cool, you've given a lot away there.
I have, yeah.
Right, look away now.
And then after playing Perranporth, we stopped at a local fish and chip shop. So Wilbur,
Yes, we did.
Wilbur went on TripAdvisor or some sort of. He's got some sort of really technical apps, hasn't he? We found a fish and chip shop, but it only had a 1.5 star rating out of
Did
5.
Is that what it had?
So
He told me it had a 5 star.
No, the first one did. So with me and Dan were like, it was, by this time it's about 8:30, and we are hungry. We're tired and hungry. Wanted to just grab some food. We didn't really care what we ate. Wilbur decided he wanted fish and chips. We went to the first fish and chip shop, which me and Dan were like, yep, here's one. No, 1.5 stars. If you drive another 2 miles down the road on this road, you'll find a 5-star establishment, and that's what we did. And was it worth it?
I enjoyed it.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
The
Really good
fish
fish and chips.
Like, I mean, I've worked in fish and chip shops for a long time as a
your
youngster.
dad had a couple of boats, didn't he?
Yeah, and the fish and chips from down there at Penzance where we pulled in,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely
It was lightly
fantastic.
battered, so I
Lightly
don't like it when
battered.
it's thick.
No,
And
just
also when you
right.
stick your little wooden fork in, it was
Yeah.
just melting, wasn't it?
Oof, just falling off.
It's worth the trip down just for
Beautiful.
them. wasn't it?
Milky.
Milky. I like that. Milky.
Like
That's
that?
nice to scoop, yeah.
Milky. So there's been our trip down to Cornwall.
Yeah.
But we've had a... Well, I need to do an apology, don't I?
Yeah, I think you do.
I need to You off?
No, just go on, you carry on, keep talking, it's your show.
Alright. So I need to apologise to everybody for the Sunday afternoon show last week, which is what it turned into. So I do apologise.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I also want to apologise to the people at home, because I was getting quite a lot of people dropping in my DMs.
Yeah.
Not for the right reasons either. They were moaning
Upset
about
about.
you not loading it. What's happened to Dan? What he's let his
A
standards.
few technical
His
issues.
let his standards slip was one of the quotes I had. You need to take over the channel. So with that in mind, I bought you some flowers. Thank you for your hard work over the last year.
Thank you.
But because you've let your standards slip, I've decided I'm taking over the channel.
Oh,
So,
you've taken over?
I'm a shareholder in the channel. I have a small shareholding, but I've
Lovely,
decided
smelling
that
lovely.
I'm going to take over the channel because the standards cannot slip. We need to be.
How are you going to run
with
the channel?
upward mobility we want.
How are you going to run
And
the
you've
channel?
just literally taken us
No,
back down
you
a
don't
couple
want to
levels.
answer that question. do you?
I'm avoiding it. Do you not notice? So
How is the channel going to move forward from here?
it's going to be more comedy rather than golf related,
Okay.
and you're going to have a small part on the channel.
I thought I already have.
Some people say you already have.
I already have had a small part of the show.
You'll still be a character, but a minor one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
that
quite
right?
comfortable with that, yeah.
brilliant. So you'll see some new direction on the channel. If anyone's got any ideas how we can improve certain shows,
Yeah, definitely.
etc.
Put that in the comments for sure.
like to
So
know.
improvements.
always looking for improvements. So yeah,
Well, thank you very much, and
You're
thanks for my flowers, and
You're welcome.
thanks for letting me come onto your channel.
well, that I'm thinking of that of having a revolving chair there, so we'll have a different guest every week maybe on the
Oh.
show. Sorry,
Cool.
that's what's come down to.
where
One
it's
mistake
gone.
and you're gone.
Dear me,
You had one job.
red carded. We have had an amazing week on the channel this week.
Yeah.
First course vlog back, and I know it was very difficult weather conditions, and it was tough viewing in some places
Yeah.
because of it was so windy. I mean, even when I was going through the edits with Jordan, and I just want to say also a big thank you and well done to Jordan, because
yeah, been brilliant.
he's just literally picked it up where Lee gave him a few tips, and obviously I gave him a few tips, and he's just run with it, and he's done an amazing job. I mean, you don't want to fill him up with too much information at the beginning, but
No.
but gee, I mean,
He's like a
he's done-
sponge, isn't he?
It's
He's
just a
taking
sponge.
it in and
Amazing.
yeah, I guess that's the younger generation are very technical minded and
Amazing.
pick up things really quickly.
Yeah.
Because I'm to be honest, I was shocked how well he's done. I know Lee's been a quite big influence.
Yeah,
helping him and-
absolutely. And help
You know.
and the wind. I mean, you can't
God.
imagine the wind. If I could share with you some of the edits, which actually I will do now.
Yeah.
You will hear the wind noise of that. Well, Jordan was able to obviously take that wind noise out and
Yeah.
and get us to be able to produce a video which was actually watchable.
Such a good hit as well. Great shot.
Because
I mean,
at some stages it was so windy
Yeah.
that it was probably unwatchable.
I mean, it came across and it was better than I'd expect it to be because even trying to talk to each other when we're this sort of close away. I couldn't hear what you were saying half the time, and we were shouting, and it was towards the end. It was Baltic. It's not only windy, it was cold.
And it was, and to be fair, you know, Cape Cornwall Club, which I got to say, if you ever get the chance to go and visit the place, it is absolutely brilliant. It's obviously a long way down into Cornwall, but I think over the next couple of years, with the lack of travel that we're probably going to get abroad, not a lot of people not having the confidence to want to get on a flight and go abroad or travel to the continent. Certainly, I think the UK is going to get lots and lots of holiday.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and that is definitely a spot. Like if I wanted to take Laura away for a weekend, like that's a perfect spot to go down there. Lots of walking. Obviously the golf course is great. They've got the swimming pool. They've got everything down at that place, and it just works.
She'd love it, especially if you send her down on her own.
Yeah,
you don't go.
She'd read a book. So obviously a big well done to Jordan, and we move on. We move on. Next week we are at Tavistock, which I know Leicester's not going to be on that one, but we've got another special guest on that show, which is James Wiltshire, and it was great to have James on the show.
Yeah,
I didn't really know
something with
I
him.
didn't really know James. You know,
he's a good lad.
I've met him a couple of times, but not really. I've never played golf with him, so it was really good to actually play golf with him, and it was really cool to actually pick his brain about his adventures in the YouTube world.
He's one of the ones that I watch, one of the channels. I follow a few channels. I won't reveal whose channel I watch and whose I don't, because it's just personal preference.
I thought this channel was all about revealing and letting everybody know.
No, but I mean, I do generally watch the majority of his. I probably get 9 out of 10 of his videos I watch. Obviously time constraints mean I don't watch all of them, but I do follow his channel and have done for several years. But I do like his channel, like the vibe on there and stuff like that. So it's good to have him on the channel, and thanks for coming on the channel at such short notice as well. Because
it was
actually a late call, wasn't it?
It was a late call. We were supposed to actually be having a match down at Tavistock, and the reason we were at Tavistock was because James Ruth was supposed to be playing on it, and that's his old home club. But James has picked up an injury in his leg, so he was unable to play. So I called James last minute, and we've been trying to get something organised anyway. But we managed to get it done, and he dropped everything and came and did it. So I thank James hugely for that, and we look forward to our invite back on his channel.
We've not had that yet, have we?
I've had it.
I haven't.
For both of us.
Oh, right, okay. You accept on my behalf?
Yeah.
Have you discussed
payment
terms?
I didn't realise you'd taken over the channel at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Have you discussed payment terms and appearance fees and stuff like that?
No, I haven't. So that's something you
Another reason why you've lost the control of the channel.
Yeah, I do apologise once again. What else we got?
Got some birthday shout-outs. We've got loads this week. Oh, yeah.
When you say loads,
I'm not sure why everyone seems to have been born around these. I'm trying to work out if the date's significant or something, because a lot of people
you got too much time on your hands.
I know a lot of people have been born around this time. Maybe winter babies, not a lot to do. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
So I've got a message from Tom Brocher Jacobson.
Hello, Tom.
He has put, "Hi Lester, can you give a shout out to my wife at the next Sunday morning show? She is celebrating her 61st birthday." I've just revealed her age, probably not the best thing to do anyway. But she looks good for her age.
Right.
I've never met her, but I'm just throwing that.
You just chuck that in there.
Yeah. On Wednesday, her birthday's on Wednesday the 14th of April, so she's had her birthday.
Oh.
But he wanted the shout out the week after, so that's what he's getting.
That's what he
Wednesday's under my normal golf evening with the guys, so I plan to drop this week. Good lad.
Smart move.
Restaurants
Brownie
are closed
points.
in Denmark due to COVID-19, but you can order and pick up, and I plan to do that. She has now asked me to pick it up after golf.
Oh.
So he's put thank you.
So he's allowed to play his golf.
So she's allowed. Has she got a sister?
Allow you to go and play
I
golf.
was on the lookout, wasn't I? I mean,
you were.
You can play as much golf as you want, and
Brilliant.
So he hasn't actually said what his wife's name is. I've just noticed that, to be honest. So yeah.
What's his surname? Jacobson.
Yeah. So
Mrs. Jacobson.
Yeah. He's not put her name, so unfortunately I can't say her name.
Cool. That he might have lost his brownie points.
Yeah. It's probably. Should we make a name? What do you reckon?
Mrs. Jacobson.
Okay.
There you go.
So happy birthday.
Many happy returns. Hope you had a great birthday, and you enjoyed your takeaway.
I've got another birthday shout out, but I'm going to let you shout it out. Oh, hang on a minute. No.
Is that it?
So it wasn't lots of shouts out because people have emailed me like 3 or 4 weeks. So
Very
anybody else who's
advanced.
had a birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to everybody out there who's not sent Bernie and a shout out. I love it. Loads of shout outs.
Just
Yeah,
one.
you are brilliant. But one thing we didn't mention
Yeah.
was obviously Sophie, new to the channel.
Hmm.
And she...
Nice to have a bit of eye candy on there, because I was feeling that there was only me as the eye candy, and now there's somebody else for.
I was thinking exactly the same thing,
But, yeah.
especially when I was editing it, thinking, oh, this channel's going. Where's this channel going?
Yeah.
I've only got you.
And to be fair, I'm in my 40s, so my looks are gonna fade quite fast, I think.
I think you're all right.
So
I think
I
you're
don't
doing
know.
well.
So it's nice to have a little bit of eye candy on there,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, I just thought that her golf, watching her play a bit of golf, watching her keep up with the banter, is that fair?
Yeah, because she's a couple of years younger
Like
than
she
us,
can,
so
she can dish
she
it
can-
out.
yeah,
She can dish it out. I
yeah.
mean, she dished it out a couple of times to Wilbur, didn't she?
yeah, and she dished a couple of drives past me as well, which I quite
Yeah.
like.
What were you thinking there?
You'd
Ladies
have-
European Tour. What
Yeah.
are you thinking?
You'd have actually thought I'd planned that I'd actually said to her, you can play off the forward tees, because we were hitting it further than her, and then she then goes and hits it like 20 yards past me.
I think it might have been the cold and the weather.
And
that's
the
kind of
anger.
the disorientation there for your mind.
Yeah.
You know,
And her anger, because after I said that, because she did look quite.
looks could kill.
I didn't mean to offend her by it. It was a genuine.
but you
Because I
did.
just didn't want her to feel like she wasn't.
Yeah, you
And
did
we were
obviously.
running away with it at that time, weren't we? Which we
Yeah.
didn't in the end. But
We panicked.
yeah, we
I panicked.
Did you?
Definitely, yeah. If looks could kill, Bernie, I'm thinking, good luck
Yeah.
to you.
So she will definitely appear on the channel. There's another video.
Yeah, well,
Have you got another video?
we've done the what's in the bag as
Yeah.
well, which has been good, and yeah, so she'll be back. We'll get her back on the channel. She's
Yeah.
obviously got a playing season to come up. Be interesting with Will playing and her playing. You know, that's I imagine that's quite hard to deal with that, because obviously she's
Yeah.
going to be travelling around Europe with.
I know
the
he
Ladies
caddied
European
for
Tour.
quite a bit last year because he didn't have as many playing. What's the
We
word?
didn't have any playing rights.
No,
so
and now he's got the playing rights.
he was caddy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was chief caddy, and he sort of went to South Africa and a bit of Europe with her. But he's obviously doing his own thing this year.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe she'll be caddying for him
yeah,
on
possibly.
occasions on the off.
'Cause she's playing Rose
off
Tour,
weeks.
isn't she?
Is she playing the Rose Tour?
Yeah, she said she was.
Yes, she did. Yes, you're right. Yeah. So
And
Justin Rose Tour, she'd be on that a
Yeah.
little bit, which is like the UK swing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to have her on. Really, it was
Yeah.
good. And actually, funnily enough, I think secretly, I think it's kind of inspired Laura to want
Good.
to play.
Laura-
'Cause she mentioned the other day about getting her clubs down from the loft.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind she's not touched the golf clubs for.
No, Laura is.
long
Used to, obviously, people have seen Laura on the channel. If they haven't seen her, there's a few videos that involve Laura. But when we were sort of growing up, she's a little bit younger than both of us. She was, well, she still is a great player, but she was phenomenal. I played with her in the 4-ball Devon Pros
PGA
one
one,
year,
yeah.
PGA one year. And I wasn't playing a lot of golf at the time, and my golf was probably worse than it is now. So you can imagine how bad that was. And Laura carried me around, and we came second, so only lost by a shot. So
Really?
picked up a nice little check, and she played really well. I played with a couple of pro-ams when I was an amateur as well,
Yeah.
and she's a very
She was-
really
she
good
was a
golfer.
proper
Oh
golfer.
yeah, proper golfer.
She was the. I would say she was the number one in Hendriksen's.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I said, I don't know. Maybe,
What
maybe
she
that's a video.
achieved.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Think about what she achieved.
Yeah.
So she was England ladies champion, England
Yeah.
girls champion as an
Yeah.
amateur. She played for England a number of times,
Yeah.
and then she won the UK PGA Order of Merit
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
For the women's PGA. So she won that 3 times. So if you compare that to what Paul's done, I mean, it's still obviously Paul's is good, but
I'm not getting involved in that one.
I would say that she's just
Yeah.
nipped Paul there just a fraction on the
Yeah.
on the national victories.
So if by having Sophie on the channel and Sophie playing has inspired Laura, that's brilliant.
I think it will get her. I think she'll
she's
want to
too
come
good
and have
not
a game.
to
now.
compete and play.
Yeah,
And if she could get, I mean, the kids are getting slightly older, so they're going to be at school, and
yeah.
it won't be long until they're off doing their own thing, and they won't think
Get it back
they
to
won't think
get
mum's
things back
cool.
to
I mean, they don't think dad's cool anyway. But, so I mean, they're
Dad's
going
never been cool.
they're going to want to be doing their thing. So.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they might start playing, it might encourage her. Then you've got
Yeah,
little four ball, isn't it? You've got family four ball.
Family football.
Cool, there'll be
Boys
some
boys v girls.
There'll be some rows in that four ball, I could tell you. I'll film it.
You could be chauffeur.
Separate cars you'll have to have on the way home. Oh. So we're back, yeah. So we're Monday. The shop reopened. We're allowed to now obviously sell everything. We were sort of half open, half not. When we were doing the
we were
essential
just managing
stuff, weren't we? The tea and
managing
stuff.
the tea bookings really.
But yeah, so sales now. We're doing a few sales, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's good buzz around the place. But
And have you sold all those club scrubbers?
I've sold quite a few. Yeah, I've done them quite well.
The new #1 scrubber in golf.
So obviously I'm back in the shop more now. So if anybody wants anything, we've got Sunday morning show merchandise still available. Torquay merchandise stuff, scrubbers, head covers, towels, anything you want. Just email me and I'm willing to post as well. Give me some work to do.
Give you something to do. And then this week on the show, we're obviously at Tavistock, but this week we are going to be back down to Cornwall on our Cornwall swing. We're going to be at West Cornwall Golf Club.
Yeah, played it a couple of times.
I played there, I think, with you in a county match or something down there. I think many years ago.
I haven't played there for a few years.
Can't remember it at all.
Do you not?
No.
I can remember
it's
bits
links,
of it.
and I hope the wind will be kind to us.
So we've got a couple of special guests this week, haven't we?
One's not a guest, is he?
Wow.
He's, you know.
A friend,
saw an interesting tweet.
Did you?
Interesting tweet asking what the rift is between myself and Lee.
Oh, so here's a little spoiler for everyone, and you might be shocked by the answer to this, but there's no rift. Everybody wants a story,
they will love a story. Anyway, on the show at West Cornwall is going to be Lee.
So
Lee's back.
You've got him back, and you two don't get on anymore. So that's going to be interesting.
I don't know how we're going to work that out.
You haven't talked.
We're going to have to play on the same team as well.
Oh, that's not going to get out.
And we've got a special guest.
Special guest.
We revealing?
A big guest.
We revealing?
But he's going to be not so big once he's seen Dave.
Dave Fooge, yeah.
So yeah.
Big Oggie's coming.
Big Oggie Golf is on the channel.
It's his home club. We've been invited down to do some filming, and we have invited Big Oggie, John, to join us.
We've had to persuade him to play. I don't think he was that keen to play.
He'd be alright once he gets going.
Yeah, we're going to make him welcome on the channel.
He's been up this week for a golf lesson. So we're working on a bit of his short game, trying to sort that out a little bit. Yeah. Trying to help him through. And he's got some good ambitions to get his handicap down. I think he's off about 29 at the moment, 28, 29. Yeah. And he wants to get down to sort of 18, 19. Yeah. Well, just tidying up his short game will get that sorted.
Yeah, definitely. You're the right man to guide him in the right area.
We'll get him sorted, yeah.
So we'll always help him if he wants to come and play with us. And
stuff
like that. Yeah. So yeah, Lee and John are on the channel this week with us. So we'll have different formats to play, and
there will be a mix. I think they're going to mix it up.
Yeah.
Shake it up a bit.
You'll have to wait and watch though to find out.
You're not going to give that away.
No,
because you don't know.
We've got to encourage them to watch.
You don't even know what we're doing. That's why. No. Anything else you want to talk about on this show this week?
No.
Happy?
Always happy, Dan.
Always happy.
Always happy around you.
I'm just happy that you're back in the shop on your stool.
Yeah.
It's like your happy little spot, isn't it?
I'd rather be on the golf course filming, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you do.
It's made me realise the last week being back, cause it's been busy and it's full on. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I realised I enjoy being out filming and making vlogs. A little bit more, yeah.
Even in tough conditions.
Even in tough conditions.
Well, on that note then, we will end the show. So we'll see everybody next week on the next Sunday morning show. Have a great week. Enjoy Tavistock. Oh, hang on, he's got something else.
Is it going to be out Sunday this, or is it going to be like Monday morning like the last one?
Who knows?
You don't know? All right, okay.
It all depends on the upload.
Brilliant.
See you next week.
See you next week.